Hi everyone, my name is Aisha Wakar and I did my behaviors biography on Andy Bondy. Andy Bondy is an active researcher who has more than 40 years of experience working with children on the autism spectrum. He is the creator of Picture Exchange Communication System, also known as PECS, and the Pyramid Approach. Before I start talking about his work, I would like to explain what PECS and the pyramid approach are. PECS was developed in the United States in 1985, and it is designed to teach functional communication. Functional communication is defined as the most basic type of communication skill, which includes an individual's basic wants and needs. PECS is designed based on B.F. Skinner's book, Verbal Behavior, as well as the Broad Spectrum Applied Behavior Analysis. There are 6 phases of PECS. In phases 1 and 2, only one picture is presented at a time. The goal of phase 1 of PECS is to help individual understand what to do with the picture, such as giving the picture to someone who has access to the reinforcer. In phase 2, the pictures and the items that the pictures are kept in, for example a binder, are kept at a distance from the individual. This teaches them to walk over and identify a picture or an item and give that picture or the item to the person that has the item. In phase 3, the communicating partner puts 2 pictures in front of the learner. One is a preferred item and the second one is not a preferred item, and the learner is supposed to pick the preferred item. In phase 4, the individuals will start to learn how to make simple sentences such as I want iPad. In phase 5, the goal is for the learner to respond to the question, what do you want? And in the last phase, the learner is taught how to tact. The pyramid approach system has 2 components. Before I talk about the components, the pyramid approach to education is based on the principles of functional applied behavior analysis. This model is beneficial for individuals with developmental differences, such as autism, communication challenges, and or other learning complications across all ages. This model can be used by teachers and other individuals that work with individuals with disabilities and communication challenges. So now we'll talk about the 2 components. The 2 components of the pyramid approach are structural and instructional. The structural components include 4 elements, which are functional activities, powerful reinforcement system, functional communication and social skills, and addressing contextual inappropriate behaviors, also known as CIBs. The instructional component includes 4 elements, which are generalization, effective lessons, teaching strategies, and error correction. Now I will talk about some of Dr. Bondy's work. Some of the research articles that he has written are the unusual suspects, myths, and misconceptions associated with PECS, and PECS potential benefits and risks. So I would like to briefly go over some of the myths that are associated with PECS. Number one myth is that there is not enough research that supports PECs. When in reality there has been more than 100 publications related to PECs. These publications include books, literature review, and case studies. Number two, individuals assume that using pictures is considered using PECs when there is a technique when it comes to teaching PECs. PECs is used so individuals can engage in verbal behavior by using manding and tacting. Myth 3. People think that PECs is only for children with autism, but there has been studies done that found that PECs is effective with adults as well. Myth 4. PECs can only be used for individuals with autism. PECs has been found to be beneficial to individuals with developmental disabilities and multiple disabilities. It can also help individuals with conditions such as cerebral palsy, deafness, and blindness. The last myth that I want to mention is that PECs is only beneficial for one word request. But you already know that I talked about, but before this slide I talked about the 6 phases of PECs, and the last 2 phases really want the individual to learn how to use PECs while making sentences and how to tact. Okay, and the second research that he has done is PECs potential benefits and risks. One problem, and now I'm going to talk about some of the problems that PECs have and some of the benefits. One problem that he mentioned was that with PECs picture, one problem there is with PECs is that individuals could misplace a picture icon, so Dr. Bondy suggests that behavior technicians and families keep an extra copy of each picture. Another problem that he mentioned was that an individual could want an item that a picture is unavailable for. So the solution for that would be have similar items related to the item that they want. So for example, if they want a chocolate chip cookie, they could give you a brown circle, and that could also mean that the individual wants cookie because it kind of represents a cookie. Lastly, with PECs there can be a certain amount of icons, because after a certain amount of pictures it is hard to carry those icons everywhere. That is why it is suggested to move to an electronic system to communicate. Some benefits of PECs are that anyone can teach it and there is no specific training. Also, there is many research that supports that PECs has a positive effect on developmental of speech. And some of the books that he have written are The Pyramid Approach to Education in Autism, Autism 24/7, A Family Guide to Learning at Home and in the Community, Guide to Managing Challenging Behaviors, A Picture's Worth, PECs and Other Visual Communication Strategies in Autism. Lastly, if I were to ever interview him, I would ask him these questions. How long did it take you to build the picture exchange communication system? What age is the oldest individual that you use the PECs training with? Technology is taking over the world, and now there are new ways, such as electronic communication devices, to help individuals communicate. Do you think because of this people won't use PECs in the future? Are you working on any new research related to autism? How has ABA changed over the years? And this concludes my presentation, and I also included a slide for references. I also want to mention that he has a really great website called PECS USA, and that has a lot more information about PECS, the pyramid approach, and some really interesting research. So if you guys are more interested in Andy Bondy's work, please check out that website. Thank you so much for listening.